Today I just wanted to show you a video of something that I was working on. Check this thing out. First of all, there's a bird in the background. What's up, Nuthatch? Bye, Nuthatch. Alright, so you're probably wondering, what's this thing? Well, look at it. So that's the video that it's capturing at the moment. I know it's kind of crazy looking at the moment, but don't judge. It'll look better once it's in a proper case. It's raining, so I can't really do any testing. But this is what the camera looks like. I just wanted to give you an idea of what it would look like when I'm actually using it. So what is this whole contraption? This is basically a little camera I put together. I can actually stream the signal. This is the little receiver I have at the moment. I know it's not really anything great. This is what I was using for an analog camera on one of my drones. It goes up to 1 watt with the video transmitter that's on here. So I figured while I'm up in the air, all the way up there, I could send the signal back here and record it to my OBS. I've got the receiver plugged in to a little HDMI analog converter, so I can send the HDMI signal to my little switcher here. And this switcher is connected to my computer, so I can switch between the camera that's pointing at me and this camera that will be on me. In a proper case, this can even go on the frame itself. Right now, it's basically a battery, a VTX, a heat sink, and a camera. And the only other thing on here is the antenna and then the handle. I rubber banded it all just to make sure each part that I put on here is held together with something else, so that if one thing decides to fall off, it's gonna hold on to something else, and that way I could just be more safe about it in case anything did drop. And I feel comfortable that with this, nothing's gonna come off. So it looks a little silly, but it's safe. And here's another thing I did. I had another microphone that came with my Cena. And I did hear that that microphone was a better microphone. I have the noise cancellation on, and I think it kind of messed up my audio in the flight, which you'll see in a minute. I might go up on another flight with this mic again and turn off the noise cancellation and see what kind of difference I get. This other mic is still on here. All I would have to do is pull this off and pull the wire from the inside of the cup and replace it with the other one. Another issue with my Cena is that when you have audio out right here from the headphone out, this basically allows you to get whatever audio is coming through here to your ears if you have a separate pair of headphones you want to use to listen to music or whatever inside your helmet. As soon as you plug something into here, it cuts off the audio that comes out of these cables here, which go into my cups. So these wires get shut off as soon as you connect something to the output port. So now that I have headphone out, this is a splitter. So then I've got one cable that runs up to my GoPro so I can hear my audio recordings. And then I have another cable that goes in here to each cup. And that's what this red wire is here. It goes into each cup. And then that way, no matter if I have something in the output port or not, I'm still gonna be able to hear. So like, let's say I unplug that cable, I can still hear everything in the cups, no problem. So if I want to rip off my GoPro and everything else, all my cables, I can do that and not have to modify the cups anymore or have a separate pair of headphones while I'm flying. The tests for today were going to be the camera to see if we can get the signal back home, seeing if we can hear the audio fine, the way I hook up the wires, and the extra microphone that I put in here. All right, so check out the flight here.
Wind's kind of died down here. There are some ominous clouds, but there's no wind right now, so I'm going to attempt to take off. I think I'm going to go against the wind because I tried to launch towards the wind, but I'm running uphill, so I kind of botched it. So let's try this again. This time, let's try not to botch it. don't know if you can see me, but I'm probably going to land here soon. All right. That was a nice little flight. It started drizzling, so I came down real quick. Ashley said she could see me for a second. Hopefully she recorded it. I don't know if she did.
Anyway, so those are the things that I was going up there to test out. Unfortunately, I didn't really get high enough to be able to test this out properly. There was some signal that came in, but not enough because there's a bunch of trees that block everything out there. And I figured if I go up higher, I'll be able to get a better signal. But I noticed it kind of started raining a little bit, and I don't want to be up there with a wet wing. You know what I mean? But yeah, I could connect this all out in the field to a laptop and record video that way. It's just kind of a fun thing I wanted to try out and see how it would work out. So I had this thing clipped to me. There's like a little strap inside my paramotor harness. It's kind of on my chest. So what I did was I just put this inside the loop, and then I attached a lanyard to this that was tied around so that if this did fall, it would actually just fall on my lap. And then I had my cell phone also on a loop just to make sure in case it fell. But I do have a better mount that I'm going to use. This was just kind of a quick little test. When I fly, I don't fly too far from here, and I figured I could shoot the signal back here to my house. And being able to shoot it to my computer allows me to do a lot more, especially if Ashley's here helping me out. She can manage all of that. There's even apps that you can just put buttons, like big buttons on your cell phone, that if you like hit the buttons, it would switch your OBS stuff, like if you have a bunch of scenes and sources like I do. Yeah, anyway, this was just kind of like a little fun project I wanted to try out and see how it worked. And I didn't really get to fully try it out because of the rain coming in. So when we get nicer weather next week, if we do, I will try it out then.